Hey there guys, this is Obsidian Chill. Got another video for you today. And in this one, I wanted to cover the current state of DC Universe Online. There's a really large hot button issue that the community is going through right now, especially in the forums. So if you turn into the forums anytime in the past, I'd say 3 weeks, month, even longer than that, you're going to see canceled subscriptions, what's going on, state of the game, we need a whistleblower, complaint threads, community needs to take action, time for temporary shutdown. Right now, the community is certainly craving an update, any sort of update. And there's a lot of good reasons for that too. So in this video, I do want to kind of tell the community to kind of chill out a little bit. Now, before you tune off in this video, or listen to me for a couple minutes, then tune off, I do have some updated, brand new information to share about the upcoming episode. So stay tuned for that in this video, or you can kind of skip to the comment section and see if someone timestamps it. But nonetheless, the reason why I wanted to tell people to chill out just a little bit for now, we know that they recently had the layoffs from DC Universe Line, where we lost the community manager MEPS. We had the creative director hired a few weeks ago, brand new. 5 months ago or so? We had the new producer. That was the producer of the game as well. So we have a lot of, and we had obviously the EG4 presentation come out around 5 months ago as well. So there's been a lot of momentum from the beginning of episode 46 to now. And yes, we're certainly in the episode lull. Nothing's being announced. There's no producer's letter. There's no update to the game. Staff postings it's just the two kind of temporary community managers that took over, Miguel and Angelina. I forget where Miguel came from. Angelina, I think, came from another Daybreak game. So they're just kind of filling in terms of new slots filled. So, but we haven't heard from any of the new hires, not from the community director, not from the new producer of the game. And that's definitely being felt. Stuff is being missed. Communication is at an all-time low. Transparency is non-existent. So while I can't get them a pass for that, you have to also, think about that all these most senior positions within DC are being filled and on the short term. So if you go back to the careers website, community director was filled, executive producer was filled, art director was filled. Right now they're still posting for lead designer, but all these senior positions are being filled and kind of playing catch up. So if you think like a new episode's not coming, we're not getting content, before all these people were hired, the episode was already in progress. I mean, once episode 45 was done, they already started work on episode 46. It doesn't excuse that there's no sort of communication. Obviously, they weren't aware that they're being laid off. I'm sure they weren't told from that. I mean, that doesn't happen in corporate structure. You just kind of go into the office and saying, hey, you wait to the end of the day on a Friday and then you let them go. I mean, that's exactly what happened. It's not like MEPS left by choice, or some of the other people, especially based on the comments from the LinkedIn posts. No one knew about this. So then you're going to have a couple weeks where, your entire team has uncertainty. You got to put out fires internally. And then the last thing you're thinking about is being communicated to the game. Also, the same point, the creative director being hired, obviously he's going to want some sort of say or some kind of direction or leave some kind of footing on the new episode, which was already in progress when he was hired. So that I can't fault not being any sort of announcement from there. It does question that it has been a few weeks, it has been a few months, and there's been no sort of producer's letter or any kind of communication from a senior position. That can't happen. But once again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes for that. So, and obviously the new booster bundle, same thing. It's not like they just made a booster bundle and they're just going to force it out. I mean, back to back is kind of suspicious, but at the same time, we have to be understanding that, all this stuff was in progress. It's just that nothing else is being announced or communicated to us. So we're just dealing with this as it comes. And, not knowing the bonus weeks and all this kind of other stuff, that's obviously there's communication issues, but that starts from the top as well. So, that's not going to get sorted out until we have, how much time that's going to take. That's the bigger question. How we're moving into Q2, Q4 and Q1, nothing really happened. They've got to announce something. But that's more the wait and see approach that I'm going to find. It has to be announced. We know episode 47 is in progress. I can prove that shortly in here, but hopefully soon we're going to get that producer's letter. It's going to give us a little bit more insight. I'm not really expecting, because of all these new senior positions, especially new creative director, it's not like he's going to be hired and all of a sudden make an impact. That's not going to happen. It's going to take time for him to learn the game. What I've heard from the STO community was that Al Rivera is very, very hands-on, or at least was in that game. So obviously he's going to take some time to get up to speed here, but really the takeaway is that, definitely if you're going to put out any kind of fires in the community, I think the community has some unrealistic expectations right now, but really it doesn't excuse the lack of communication. That was my biggest issue with MEPS as well. MEPS was not transparent. MEPS was not great at communication. So this was the opportunity for them to kind of step up and be more communicative. But at the same time, that's technically not their positions, because there's no, MEPS is obviously the public face or PR community manager for the game. So you can't really expect a producer or creative director all of a sudden take that stance. But it doesn't excuse no communication. So what I was referring to in terms of the episode, what we know, episode 47, we have a duo, alert, open world, and 2 raids. So where are you getting these files from, Obsidian? Are you just making this up, or are you photoshopping? So this is not privileged information. So this is from data mining the test server. So the test server files that were updated on February 28th, they added in the new episode 47 stuff. And I'm sure this is going to be coming slowly released on test server. It's not like it's live on test server. You go on there. This is just a part of the test server client files. So this is where we get more. I feel like I didn't cover as much of this with MEPS, but going forward I might, just because I obviously don't know anything MEPS, and this, like I said, it's not secret information. This is all publicly available information. It's not like it's a privileged position. You just got to data mine the test server files. I know other people that do it. I just hadn't previously covered it in this channel, but to be more transparent to the game, I think I may, because what covers in the test server files is you'll know what episode updates, time capsules, gears, booster bundles, materials, all that kind of stuff is added to the game server files before they actually go on live. So if you data mine the test server files, you can find this. Obviously PS you won't be able to, but on PC you can. It's not like I can open these files, because they're all UPK is an Unreal Engine file type, so I can't open these. I'm not even sure they would open up in models anyway, but I know that on other kind of style figures or models you can, which I'll explore into. But at least this gives an idea of, one, they're starting to slowly put episode 47 files on test. That means that we're probably at least within a few weeks, if not sooner, from having that on test server being available. We know that it's going to be 2 raids. We know it's going to be open world. General kind of means nothing. We know it's going to be a dual and alert. So it is going to be a larger episode compared to what we had previously, where it's just 1 raid. So that's at least something to look forward to. But it's more just kind of chill. I'm sure it's not like they're oblivious to what's going on right now in the community, even without MEPS being there. Because a lot of these threads were like the upcoming updates threads were previous MEPS ones anyway. So I'm sure they're kind of deciding what to do in terms of the producer's letter to get everything active. I wouldn't doubt that, but it's something that at least we know is going to be coming soon. In the near future, at least more information about the episode. I'm sure with the producer's letter, we're going to find more information about that, but at least there, we're starting to get the files. That means the producer's letter, more communication can't be that far off. So at least you can take away this from this video, where the state of the game, yes, the state of the game. DC Universe Online is not shutting down. That's the most unrealistic expectation ever. DC Universe Online, I wouldn't say the maintenance mode talk, really that is going to be hard to get away from, where it's just going to be seasonals, booster bundles, 2 episodes a year. They're going to have to do the PS5 and Xbox like next gen console release. That's been delayed forever, so it's not like they're going to cancel that. If that's going to mean anything for PC in terms of the hardware upgrades or graphical upgrades, we don't know. It's just next gen release right now, but that's got to be coming. So it's not like we don't expect what's going to be happening in the game in the next year. So, but DC is not shutting down. It's a cash cow. There's so many, even if you don't like styles, booster bundles, or time capsules, it pretty much caters to everyone. So if DC Online releases some OP artifact or OP ally, all the endgame players buy that because they want to be competitive. It's just natural. All the Wolfpack tokens, you got so many players from US jumping over to EU side and vice versa, spending hundreds of dollars on Wolfpack tokens. You've got the style crowd, where they could release some brand new style, a part of a booster bundle material, people are going to jump all over that. So, I mean, as long as they keep doing good styles or styles that people want, then people are going to jump all over it. So DC is a cash cow. It's always been a cash cow. That's why it's kind of, unfortunately, with minimal effort, they get the same amount of gross revenue. And I've covered it in previous videos, even that EG7 presentation, where anytime DC does something large, like an episode release, a time capsule release, booster bundle release, there's always a spike in that gross the gross revenue. So really, DC Universe is not shutting down. The game's not ending. We're certainly going to be going through a rough patch right now, but that's to be expected with so many new senior hires, and so many, even the previous developers still kind of getting used to it because of all the previous ones that left. All the content developers are newer-ish. The only one that's left with any kind of seniority would be Kotoxic. Like he's done, I mean, Kotoxic is fine, but at the same time, he's going to be limited in terms of what else he has to cover. Like, look at Terrarium Elite Plus. Like, he designed Terrarium Elite Plus. I mean, it's not, TTE Plus is not an awful raid, but the problem is he spent so much time trying to fix the stupid cube and the graphics causing headaches to everyone, and that stupid puzzle where they had to add all these indicators to. So he had no time to actually work on mechanics or work on the raid itself because he spent all the time working on bug fixes, essentially. So, but I mean, at the same time, TT Plus, if we had 2 raids that episode, it would be a lot better. But there was only 1 raid. Same thing, this is only 1 raid. And CT Plus is nothing to write home about either. So certainly there still has to be a lot of content changes. But at the same time, it's really a wait-and-see approach. So just chill for now. We know episode 47 is coming soon. We can assume the producer's letter is coming soon. So really, the takeaway from this video is that, yes, DC Universal Line is hurting. It's not hurting that bad. But it's certainly, we need to be moving to the future without the community kind of jumping down the developers' throats. I mean, you have to kind of understand where they're coming from as well. But really, there certainly has to be change. Hopefully it's coming in the short term. So take care, guys. We'll see you next video.